Hello, and welcome to the first stream of the year. Yep, okay, that's working. Yeah. There's a bit of delay between when I talk and when it appears on stream. It's about 10 seconds or so. But I wanted to just make sure I could hear myself. Excuse me. Krogan, hello, welcome. And Crazy, hello. It's the first stream of the year. I hope you all enjoyed those 2 chapters released just before and just after Christmas. You've got 3 left for the book. I hope you all enjoyed your holidays as well. How's it going? It's not too bad. I just need to get up the details for Sluis van, so bear with me just a second. It says terrain is rocky and industrial, so not this. Any New Year's resolutions? I often make a joke about well, it started off with 1080p. I guess 4K or 8K would be the but I don't actually have one of those monitors, so the joke doesn't really work. I don't have a 4K monitor. Something I should fix in the near future, but as for the actual New Year's resolutions, no, not really. No one ever sticks with them, so I didn't see much point in doing that. But that's just for me. Have you got any New Year's resolutions? Maybe you have better luck sticking with them than I do. I do have goals for the year. Obviously, finishing Heir to the Empire is a big one. Hell no. Yeah. Alright, I've got to hide the taskbar. Bear with me a second. That's better. So you can't see it, but the taskbar was obscuring the bottom of the window. So I'm just setting some of the default settings I like to use. Read any books recently? Okay, so not technically read, but I've been listening to an audiobook series, and there are real books to read as well, but I like listening to the audiobooks because I can do it while I'm working. The first one is called Columbus Day, and it's a series called Expeditionary Force. It's recommended to me by a friend about a year ago, and it's quite a long series, so I'm only about halfway through it. And the idea is modern day Earth gets invaded by aliens, and then a second group of aliens quickly shows up and rescues us, and enlists our soldiers to go off and fight in this intergalactic war. It doesn't quite go that way. I don't want to say too much because the first book really sets everything up, and it just goes in a very unexpected direction quite quickly. It's obviously it's a space adventure. It's incredibly funny, but also incredibly serious as well. I would say stick with it until chapter 10 of the first book, and that's when it really takes off and becomes its own thing. But it's called Expeditionary Force, and the first book is called Columbus Day. I would highly recommend it, actually. I gave the first book to quite a few friends for Christmas. There are lots of references to Star Wars and Star Trek and all kinds of sci-fi stuff. Generally they're poking fun at it. But yeah, that's one I'd highly recommend, either audiobooks or to read. Of course, the problem I do have is I'm laughing so much sometimes from some of the character interactions that I have to pause when I'm listening to actually concentrate on what I'm doing. But yeah, I'd highly recommend the series. In fact, I was listening to it shortly before I got started setting up for the stream this evening. I'll just put the title in the chat. It's written by Craig Allinson. Now, one thing I will say, the first book, I believe it's the first thing he's ever written, and he self-published it. So it's not necessarily well written in the sense that he repeats himself a lot, but it's worth sticking through that because it's a very well thought out, and like I said, it's incredibly funny. And it's a very good story. It's just in that first book he repeats himself a lot. It gets better as the series progresses and his writing skills improve. And it wasn't. I've read books that are much worse. The writing has been terrible, so it's like, it's not that great because of the repeating himself, but you know there's a lot of potential there to get better, and it shows as the series gets on. Some authors, you read it and you think this is terrible, and you never want to read anything they've ever done again. With this book, it makes you want to keep reading or listening. In my case, Kogan, I would highly recommend it. So I hope you enjoy it too. I think there's nearly 20 books in this series. When my friend recommended it to me a year ago, she said the final book in this series is about to be published, and then I looked a few weeks ago when I was ordering copies for my friends for Christmas, and it turned out there was actually another last book was published about 2 months ago. So that was good. Glad there's a lot more to go through. Can you say how far in the first novel you have left to adapt? That's quite easy. There are 3 chapters left. There are 32 chapters in the book, and I released chapter 29 nearly a week and a half ago. Hello, I'd like to see the crawl for Dark Force Rising. I haven't thought about Dark Force Rising just yet, so there's no crawl available just yet. But should I go on to do Dark Force Rising, I wouldn't release the crawl until I had an actual first chapter to release alongside it. Okay, so I should get started on this planet. This is going to be Sluis Van. Now, I did make a planet of Sluis Van before, not on stream, but I feel like I could do a better job, and it's always good to include all of you in creating things like this. So according to Wikipedia, Sluis Van is a rocky and industrial planet. And there's some pictures from... actually, I'm not entirely sure where all the sources are. Oh, there's one from the Old Republic. That shows it as a green planet, but that's also thousands of years before this. Pictures from the more recent stories show it's kind of a dusty, brownish grey planet. So we're going to go with that. Also, we've had so many green planets in Heir to the Empire so far. We've got Wayland, Bafash, Bimisari, Merca, and Kashyyyk. I think we should have a little bit of diversity with how planets look. Captain Spire, Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you again for keeping the streams going and continuing the creation of the CGI novel creation. Still one of the best renditions of presentation of Thrawn. Well, thank you so much for the super chat. As always, I do appreciate that. But also, I appreciate your very kind words, and I think it helps that I'm just sticking as close to the book as possible, which is why Thrawn is pretty accurate to the book, because that's what I'm sticking with. But yeah, thank you, and Happy New Year to you as well. Also finished Thrawn Trilogy and now starting read Thrawn Alliances. That's a good book too. There are 6 books in the canon Thrawn series. Alliance is the second one. I'm hoping to order the retro Return of the Jedi Wave 2 box set for Easter. Very nice. Will you ever rewrite and adapt episode 6? What do you mean? Because episode 6 is Return of the Jedi. Right. Composition. Solid moisture. No, we want... I didn't actually see the setting before last time as a planet. Let's get the biomes right first. That's not tundra, we want dust. It takes a moment to generate. Yep, that's good. And biome 2, desert? Or, hang on, let's look at iron oxide. No. Yeah, we'll go with desert. Also, I realised I should have turned the water off as well, so where's the liquid? Yeah, turn the water off. Yeah, Return of the Jedi, will you fix things that were wrong with the movie? I would say that's not really a project for me, I don't think. It would certainly be a lot quicker than what I have been working on, but I feel like I'd rather just concentrate on the works of Timothy Zahn. Also, I'd like to see other filmmakers and animators pick up and make animated stories as well, so that I get to enjoy them as fans. As a fan, like I've heard about a couple of EU adaptations that are being worked on. So I'm looking forward to seeing those, and then I can have your experience watching this. Oh, just asking if you could. Well, as far as technically it's be possible to rework Return of the Jedi. Though what would you consider was something wrong with it that would need fixing? Let's add some color variation. Maybe not that much. Yeah, there. The great thing about this is you can zoom in quite close and get some really good pictures of the surface and all these craters. Let's have a look at the just having a look on the pictures available aren't that that helpful, so I guess I got some flexibility. I think I might remove the big craters. I like them, but they don't really, I'm not sure they really fit with the, oh, I've got to move them there as well. What are your thoughts on the Cortosis B2 battle droid? It's a smart idea to make a battle droid out of a lightsaber resistant material. Oh, the final battle is approaching. Yeah. The final battle is in chapter 31. So obviously I've got to do 30 first, but it's always good to have your input when designing things. Obviously a big part of the story. Especially when there isn't much in the way of reference material to draw upon. Right, so I want cities. It's an industrial planet, so let's have a look. Doesn't really say much about the population, but I guess if it's an industrial planet, it's going to be, maybe it doesn't need quite that many. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Yeah, there we go. Let's have some clouds. Just a few big ideas, and not these could work, but just taking No Ewoks, no second Death Star. Han Solo dies. Main battle takes place on Coruscant. No return to Tatooine. It would be a completely different story. So from a technical perspective, that wouldn't really be any different from what I'm doing here. It also needs to be written by someone. I don't think it could be done just by editing footage from Return of the Jedi, though. You need a lot of... It has to be animated, I think. Or use actors that look a lot like the characters, because you need a lot of new footage for that to work. Alright, atmosphere. Alright, it's down here, isn't it? Yeah. I want it to not look like it's a blue atmosphere. I want it to look kind of... That could work. Messed it up. Let's try it again. It's about there. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want. Twilight colour, which is this red line here. Starker, hello, welcome. You're right, it has been a while, but I'm glad to see you here. Happy New Year. Right, let's quickly save. Anakin Skywalker, hello and welcome. Yay, chapter 30 preparation. Actually, this is for chapter 31 and 32. Sluis van itself doesn't appear in chapter 30. But, you know, I don't really have much to make for chapter 30. So, I haven't got any of the voice recording. Well, I've got quite a few of the voice recordings. I haven't got enough to... animate it properly yet, but my bad, it's been years since I read it. That's not a problem. I'm just playing around with these settings to see what kind of difference they make. Oh, I think I need to zoom in close so we can see the surface. Ice looks quite interesting. Lunar? What's that one do? Moisture? Terrestrial? Maybe have Boba Fett kill Han Solo, then have Chewie kill Boba by ripping his arms out for socks, then have Lando do the whole plan to save Han from Lando while Luke does more practice somewhere. Do you think... Which do you think will happen first? Finishing Heir to the Empire or the 5th anniversary of working on it? I'd like to think I finished it before the 5th anniversary. It depends on and quite a number of things really. Okay, that's looking very rocky now. Good. What's the balance do? No, I want it to. Yeah. Okay, that's looking pretty good. So meh bomb. I think those kind of changes you definitely need a lot of new footage. So you either have to be animated, or yeah, like I said, live action with some very good lookalikes, and they have to act as well. Unfortunately, people can't find books thrown through these days. Stocks are also that. Yeah, and that's despite being reprinted several times recently. It's possible to get the ebook versions though, which obviously those don't sell out. And the audiobooks are available to listen to. And of course, people can watch this, but of course, they can only watch as far as I've made. Let's change the. There we go. Let's try the other cloud types. Yeah, I think Cloud 4 was the best one, but it can, but it doesn't feel like holding the book in the air. That is true. Oh man, late morning to Los Angeles. That's alright. Good morning. What's the time now? midnight. Good morning to you. Just been making this planet. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good Christmas. Unless they print the ebook, that's always an option, but needs a lot of paper for that. Right. Let's. Make them slightly off-white. I couldn't find any rubber books, so I printed an ebook version, and used the fan book cover. Well, you know, if you can't get the book you want to read, sometimes that's the only way to do it. Atmosphere. Now I scored my foot on the 29th of December, still waiting for this. Oh, that sounds nasty. I hope that heals quickly. Perhaps not the best way to spend the 29th of December. But yeah, I wish you a quick recovery from that. It looked nastier than it sounds too. Oh, I'm glad I can't see it then. That's better. It still looks like a half-cooked dog's dinner. Delightful. Yeah, I hope that looks and feels better soon. There could be piracy, but I printed for myself, you know. Feeling the book in my palms. Well. I guess if you paid for the ebook, I don't really want to condone piracy on here. I'll just say that if they want your money, they should make the thing available to you. I wonder if a little bit of water. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit of water, but is that the one I want? That's the one I want. It's an industrial world, so this water looks very unpleasant. Imagine it's quite heavily polluted. Yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking. Save it again. What other settings have I got here to play around with? Lava? Do we need any lava? No. Did you hear the news about a movie involving Ray that could be coming? And also, I think Adam Driver is finished with Disney Star Wars. Yeah, I have heard both of those. So the Ray movie was announced at Celebration last year, back in April. There's a lot of rumours flying around about what that's going to be, but with the actors and writers strike happening, there's been no script written, so you can't believe any rumours about it. But yeah, that I'd say it's happening. I say happening loosely because there have been many Star Wars movie projects announced and then they don't appear, and I'm talking about Rogue Squadron here. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. As for Adam Driver, yeah, he said he'd finished with Star Wars. I don't think it's just, yeah. But on the other hand, Kylo Ren's story was kind of told and finished, so, and of course he died. And he probably doesn't really envisage any ways to come back from that. But who knows, maybe he'll change his mind. Yeah, there was a coastline. Where was it? Coastlines, here we go. Detail. So that was back where it was is good. So polar caps. They don't appear to be showing up, so it doesn't matter. Whatever Adam Driver's reasons are, fair enough, really. I'm not going to speculate on what they could be. There are plenty of other YouTubers who are doing that. I'm just here to make Heir to the Empire. What else can we do? I think that's it. So yes, Sluis fan is Wikipedia says it's a rocky industrial planet. Well, you can't really see settlements on the day side of the planet, but you got those lights on the night side. Obviously that looks kind of dusty and rocky, so that kind of covers that part of it. Kind of got the atmosphere, it's looking kind of grey, so I imagine this is quite a polluted world. We never actually get down to the surface, so I guess you don't have to worry about that too much. Oh, and of course, like I said, the water is black because I imagine that's been quite heavily polluted with industrial waste and all the other stuff that goes alongside that. And we've got some clouds. I think I'll stick to the slightly off-white clouds that we've got there. I don't think I need to make them a different colour. But yeah, I think I've made the planet. Better save it. A good thing about this software is you go out here and I can get this shot of the whole planet, and then if I need a shot closer to it, I can just zoom in and then take something like this, and it still looks pretty good. I can change where the angle of the light. Master Luke, welcome. For those who don't know, Master Luke voices Luke Skywalker, and as always, it's great to see you here. I wonder if the planet's colour should be a bit orange, or it could stay this way. I didn't want to make it too... I could do that, but then it might start looking like a desert planet. I don't want this to look like Tatooine. I mean, I know Tatooine doesn't have black oceans either, but when I think industrial worlds, they tend to be sort of grey and dismal looking places. Robert, I'm glad you're enjoying it. A long time ago I had a rough idea of an alternate prequel trilogy, and then I decided I couldn't really bother to do anything with it. I don't think I finished writing it, it's just kind of a rough outline. How did people like Hello There, Clone Wars narration of the Battle of Heroes? Oh, how did people like... I thought that was very impressive. they obviously spent a lot of time working on that. It's interesting to see the Battle of Heroes duel in the Clone Wars style, with some those extra bits to connect the pieces where in the actual movie it cuts to other stuff. But yeah, it's a very impressive piece of work. Kind of caught me by surprise when that showed up on my feed. I wish we could have seen Revenge of the Sith in season 7. Well, you kind of do, from Ahsoka's perspective. But I guess I see what you mean. You want to see it from Anakin and Obi-Wan's perspective, but I think Dave Filoni probably thought, well, that's been done in the movie, so he wanted to do it from someone else's. Clone Wars did some things justice after dumb things the actual trilogy did, like how Anakin looked, sounded, and acted his personality and thought process. And Clone Wars and looked on the I need to see if they answered my question about how they animated it, because I left a comment, because obviously animating this, I'm interested in other Star Wars animations, so hopefully they'll get back to me on that. I should go and check it actually after the stream. That was a Bob Ross reference. Been watching him a lot recently. Ah, your planet is more happy little clouds. Yeah, I haven't actually seen anything of Bob Ross. I understand the reference because I've seen all the memes. That's dark. Gotta sleep. Take care, man. Well, it's always good to see you here. So sleep well. Happy New Year. And may the throne be with you. Yeah, so I never actually watched an episode of the Bob Ross show. I've seen all the memes, and I've seen some clips, so I understand the reference. Who knows? Maybe we can see Dark Saga remake in the future. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that one alone. That story's been done, and I did it with Imperials, which I guess was a remake of the first one. But I don't know if I'd want to redo the whole story again. Have you been watching the Tales of the Jedi animated series? I did, and I really enjoyed the Dooku stories to show his turn to the dark side. Because I feel like that was never explored before, so it was interesting to see what it took to actually make him turn and become a Sith Lord. It's a very dark story that they told there, and there's over the course of his 3 episodes. So I'm looking forward to season 2, which I believe is later this year. Best Bob Ross funny I've seen is the Deadpool one. That was good. I saw that Ryan Reynolds won the Golden Globe, or was it an Emmy? Golden Globe last night. And he did his acceptance speech in the Deadpool mask. Right, I'm just going to have a quick drink of water. Well, we're coming up to well, 50 minutes of the stream. I've finished this planet, so I'm kind of finished there. I've saved it. I need to do a couple of renders, but I don't know what angles I need yet, so I don't. Excuse me. I'm not going to do any of the actual renders yet, because basically just export and it'll save wherever the camera is pointing at, which is quite handy. But I'm not working on that battle just yet, to the point where I need this. Well, I've done a little bits and pieces, but I don't need the planet yet. So I'll save the renders for when I know exactly which angles I need of the planet. But yeah, I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Deadpool doing a text to speech. You can find it on YouTube. It's pretty funny. What I loved about The Mandalorian when the first season came out, showing different things and having new characters, also not really focusing too much on the Empire, and now, yeah, the New Republic. Yeah, it was interesting to see parts of the Star Wars universe that have only really been hinted at before. Obviously, the Empire did kind of show up in a big way at the end of the first season. But even then, after that, they faded back into the background because there's not too much focus on the Empire. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here because I finished the planet. Normally stream for an hour, and we're getting close to that. So yeah, it's the first stream of the year. Look forward to next week. Not sure what I'm going to be streaming next week. Still got a few recordings to come through from the voice actors before I can really do a lot on the last 3 chapters. But I do have quite a lot of them as well, so we're getting close to the end now, and I'm still not used to thinking about that. It's been a while since I played the Deadpool game. I never played the Deadpool game, but I did when the Steam Winter Sale was on. I did buy the Deadpool DLC for Midnight Suns, which I haven't played his missions yet, but I'm looking forward to when I get a chance. 2 episodes left, right? 3 episodes left. Yeah, that's it for this evening, I think. Did I definitely look forward to the last 3 chapters. Well, I'm looking forward to showing them, especially 31. I can't wait to really get to release 31. I think what I've got planned is going to be very exciting. Real once it's done. Once it's done, yeah. We'll see. Yeah, that's it for this evening, I think. Thank you all for coming. As always, it's good to chat with all of you. A big thank you to Captain Spire for the super chat earlier. It keeps getting better every chapter. Thank you. And it's good to have you in the show, Master Luke. I do enjoy your performance as Luke. I'm kind of sad that we've come to the end of your interactions with Mara Jade for this book, because they were really fun to listen to. Even though you both recorded completely separately, it doesn't sound like it. It feels very natural the way the two of you talk to each other, and that's great. I'm going to miss that for the last 2 chapters, but we'll make up for that with a big space battle. Can't wait. I think I only read chapters 1 through 7. I've seen the rest from your stuff. Well, I would recommend reading the rest of the book and the rest of the trilogy. It'll be much quicker than waiting for me to finish animating all of it. Jeff, gotta go have a coffee on me. Well, thank you so much, Jeff. That's very kind of you. I will do that. Actually, there's a very nice new hot chocolate place near me, so I will go there in a few days and make the most of that. Thank you. There's always Dark Force Rising. There is, but I haven't started reading that one yet. I mean, I obviously read it a long time ago, but I kind of want to finish this first. Anyway, I keep saying that's going to be it, and then we keep chatting. So, again, thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a good holiday period. And I'll see you all next time. So, may the Thrawn be with you. Thank you, and good night.